Last time on Dice Fall and Everyone Dies.
How long does your pest form last?
10 minutes. So how's Taffy going to tell us what's going on?
Well, that's a problem. She's going to have to burn when she gets there.
Taffy's got plans. Keep in mind, I want to be as high up in the tree as I can possibly be on a branch that is sturdy enough to hold me. Did you just nat 20?
I did nat 20. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be great.
There's no critical on a skill check, though.
No, there's no critical on a skill check, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It's going to be good. Everything will be just fine. I'm not trying to kill Taffy this way.
You just killed the gnome.
I'm not killing the gnome today, I don't think.
Welcome back to another episode of Dice Fall and Everyone Dies. I'm your DM Chris, and I hope you've been washing your hands. Because you see, there's a large amount of information kind of swirling online and in offline media about COVID-19, and that situation's going to keep evolving. So, please make sure you take reasonable precautions for your locality, and also remember the great advice from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. We're taking steps to make sure we have a buffer of recording to limit any impact on our podcast, and if you are wondering, as of this recording, everyone is hale and hearty and just periodically dealing with some pollen allergies because it happens to be the start of spring in Texas. Now, I'm beginning to wonder if I have a subconscious part of me that just wants to, kill Taffy. I mean, she's cute, she's bubbly, and if I put a poll out right now, she's probably the fan favorite. Yet, she nearly dies the most out of every one of our players. And, while I don't think I'm on the Taffy must-die bandwagon, I might be on the it's almost time to kill a player character in a cool way sort of mood. Character death is generally hard, and player character death is stressful. But if every character has plot armor, then, well, the story loses a lot of tension and suspense, right? So, for the heart of the story and the quality of the narrative, I must be gunning for my players. Yes, because the monsters, they have to be monstrous, and the NPCs, they need to be memorable and relatable, and you know what? If the dice are going to go in the favor of the monsters, well, I don't think I can pull any punches anymore. And some of these encounters in the last chapter of this book are really, really tough fights. I mean, there's a threat of a party wipe as the climax of book 1 approaches. And so I have no confirmed plan if the whole party dies in one of these encounters. I mean, they don't have a safety net whatsoever. I mean, some of the players have a roster of characters that they can slot into any game, and so if one of them dies, they'll be able to bring one of those in, but, what if the whole party goes down? I'd love to see suggestions for what you think we ought to do. Do we give them a save point? Do we want to just let their long-lost twin come in at level 4 and pick up right where they all left off? Let me know what you think on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all of our socials. Because, you know what? If the dice crash and dash the hopes of the players, then I'm going to need a plan and a stick. Because otherwise, I have no protection against the Taffy fan club. Now, when last we left off, Taffy was in the process of acquiring her 5th experience very close to the grave. Let's jump back in and see how that's going.
So, we'll start with the first one before we get to that critical. Now, they can spot, because you turned back into a dragonfly, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, they would be aiming at the larger target, so this is going to be at Wimble. So, because Wimble is their hunted target, and you have 3 of them going, Wimble is going to take 8 points of damage from the first arrow. So this arrow comes in, it goes right across part of his thigh, but doesn't seem to damage his wing as you hear him kind of grunt in pain.
How high up are we at this point?
So with your move action, you should be approximately, as I do minor trig in my head, you should be looking at about anywhere from 80 to 120 feet, depending on how high you wanted to go.
I wanted to go max height.
All right, so you'd be at 80.
No, I would be at 120.
Okay, 120.
Because she was trying to get up and out of range.
And then the next arrow comes in and it hits Wimble for 14 points of damage on the critical. Is Wimble still up? So what y'all see is Wimble begins flying up towards y'all. Y'all hear the cry go up, and y'all see an arrow go up and hit Wimble. Then y'all see a second arrow come up all the way through. And you see it fall into the trees. So now, Taffy, you're going to take the fall damage of a tiny creature. So from the area that you have and what's going on as a dragonfly, it is hard to take critical falling damage as a dragonfly. But you are going to take damage. How much HP do you have?
Give me a second. So, as a pest form, I have weakness 5 to physical damage. If you take physical damage in this form, you take additional 5 damage. Just so you know, as the DM. Taffy has 40. No, she would have rested. So, 40 hit points.
Okay. So, falling as a bug is very different than falling as a gnome.
But I'm still attached to Wimble, and she's not going to let go.
Right. So
and
Wimble
he's
is
going to take damage, too.
Wimble is going to fall. And so he is going to be at 0.
No, he's negative.
Negative doesn't exist anymore. Negative is Pathfinder 1. So, Wimble is at 0 in the air. And so when he falls down, he's going to be put immediately at dying 2. Because he's going to go from 0 to dying 1, and then he's going to be at dying 2. Now...
So, we watched Wimble fall.
Yes, y'all saw 2 arrows go
Did we get a
up.
reaction to this at all?
You will, but after we have the state here, because y'all are going to at least take 2 to 3 rounds before y'all can move up into this.
Okay, but Brett has a flying animal companion.
Yes. So, while this is going on, do you want your Drake to do anything?
When would this be happening? Because it makes a difference whether it's after he's getting shot and landed or as he's getting shot.
So, as you see Wimble falling, do you want your Drake to do anything?
How far?
Oh, we're ways.
So,
I'd imagine.
Y'all initially saw, so y'all are about 300 yards away from where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at full flight, you estimate it will take you anywhere from 2 to 3 rounds direct flight. And it'll take you probably about anywhere from 4 to 5 rounds overland to get there.
Okay, he's got a flying speed of 60.
So that means you can get there in 2 rounds.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'd be there in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
So essentially like 4 to 5 actions.
Yeah.
Do we fall at 3 actions per round? Or do we fall at... What do we fall at?
So,
9.8 meters per second squared.
yeah, 9.8 meters per second squared.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to fall, and that will put us essentially into combat. So we're gauging to see where you're going to be at location-wise. So when you see Wimble get hit, what do you want your Drake to do?
He's gonna fly off.
Going to fly towards it?
Yeah, at full speed.
Okay. So what kind of command do you give him? Because
because I don't want your Drake getting killed the first session you have.
That's the thing. I don't think we're quite attuned to each other yet, so I don't know if I gave him a command. I think he just did it.
So
on
he would
his
just
own.
go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Drakes can communicate telepathically.
I know,
If
but
this
I'm
is
saying-
Caslin's house Drake, then he would have read Caslin's thoughts. Well, at least been able to sense his feelings.
Yeah, well,
So panic.
but also he's intelligent enough to be able to make decisions on his own.
yeah.
So your Drake shoots off. So because Taffy is in a pest form, you're not going to take standard falling damage. Because you are in a pest form. But Wimble is going to be at dying 2. So we have to enter combat rounds at this point in time, but you're not yet engaged with the other party. You're going to have a full round before we interact with anyone else, Taffy.
After I hit the ground or before?
After you hit the ground. Wimble will be at dying 2, and you will be in pest form. You have 3 actions. What do you do?
Well, dropping pest form doesn't take an action.
Correct. So you can...
Wait, so how much damage have I taken?
You, in pest form, have not taken fall damage. The reason is because you are a dragonfly.
I can't fly, though. I would have been...
Right. But you are a... So the thing is, like, if you drop an ant, it's not going to take standard falling damage.
Mm-hmm.
You drop a grasshopper, you're not going to take standard falling damage. You drop a beetle, you don't take standard falling damage.
I would take standard fall, or I would take the same kind of falling damage that Wimble would, because I'm
Wimble is
still
more like
tiny.
a doll, right?
Right, but so what past form said? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to argue to kill me. I'm just saying, like, according to this, you transform into a battle form of a tiny animal, such as a cat, insect, lizard, or rat. You decide the specific form. While in this form, you gain the animal trait. You can dismiss the spell. But it says I essentially... Where'd it go? Essentially, I am in every way a tiny creature.
So you are a very large dragonfly.
Yes, essentially.
That's a big ass dragonfly.
Correct.
Where did...
Well, then let's see how much damage Taffy took.
Oh, but this has no effect on the form's size or statistics. So you can decide the specific type of animal, such as rat or praying mantis, but this has no effect on form size or statistics.
So,
Right. So
I don't
does
want to,
that-
like, cheat.
does that make everything that just happened moot?
No, because Wimble
No.
can carry me.
He can carry...
Yeah.
He's a tiny creature can carry another tiny creature?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanna make sure.
Yes. It would have hampered his speed and he would have been slower, but that's about it.
Okay, so it wouldn't have been as high,
Yeah,
so
he
maybe
would have
like
been at
80.
feet.
And the wings, his wings and your wings would have created a lot of drag, so maybe you might not have fallen as fast as
So at
terminal
80 feet,
velocity.
because of the Wimble's fly speed. So this is why one of the reasons why you want to be very particular when you're doing the spells like Pest Form. Because if you
Sorry.
were a diminutive size, I wouldn't have had you take any fall damage. Because it makes no sense when you're diminutive. The size is smaller than tiny. But if you drop a rat from a 3-story building, they're going to take falling damage.
They're gonna
No,
splat.
they're going to bounce and they're going to be very cute.
And so
I like rats.
the way falling damage works is after you fall 5 feet, you then take half the amount of distance in damage. So,
What?
correct.
And I take more
But-
because I'm in dragonfly form.
So,
For each increment, do I take an additional 5 or just 5 on top
you are
of...
80 feet in the air.
Uh-huh. And half of that is 40.
After you fall 5 feet, everything below that
So 35.
gets divided by 2. So, 75. Let's go ahead and pull up the calculator, and we'll go ahead and
32 and a half.
So probably 33 to be round up. Or would you round down?
in this case we'd round up because I think it's 32.5. So that would be 33 damage
Plus 5 because I'm
plus
in...
5. So you went from full, and you just take 38 damage from the fall.
Fuck me.
So
I just didn't want anybody to be
what
like...
HP are you at?
2.
What
So-
about drag? Does that not count in? Because they've got big ass wings. A dragonfly's got big wings.
She would have
On
had him
its
talked
own.
because she doesn't know how to fly.
And that's the difference between them being diminutive and tiny size.
Yeah.
So, going with the rules as written, Taffy has taken 38 points of damage from the fall. Wimble is at 2 dying.
Stana was never gonna let you out of her sight again. She's gonna put a bell on you.
Every time the bell rings. Wait, no.
So I get a round before...
So you have 3 actions, and you are hurting.
Stabilize and heal on Wimble.
Okay. How many actions does Stabilize take?
1, I think. God, it better be 1.
What if she used stabilize
so.
while she was falling? Oh wait, no, she can't because she
No,
was.
it's 2.
Now, heal you can do as 1 action. And it's as long as they're in touch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
remember heal is a
Wait,
3 actions.
okay, do I have to stabilize if I'm healing?
Nope.
Can I do all 3 actions for a heal?
Yes, and that will heal both of you 1d8.
Both of us? Oh, right, because of the... Wait,
it's
but
the
if I
first
do
effect.
2,
You'll
that heals 1 creature for how much?
get so
Hold on, let me pull it up.
That one's the one that's plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
I would suggest at least leaving yourself 1 action so you can either hide
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
or run or whatever.
My concern with just stabilizing Wimble is that you would then have to like drag him to the side.
Well, no, because I dropped the spell, so I'm no longer...
Oh, okay.
So I'm Taffy
I just
again,
had
so
this
I could-
image of this rat-sized dragonfly trying to like bite and drag this fucking sprite to the side.
yes. So for the 2 action heal, it is 1d8 plus 8 for the level 1 version of heal.
1d8 plus 8.
Yes, and that is so 15 points.
Yeah, 15 points.
So, with your primal fey magic, you infuse 15 hit points into Wimble. He is now wounded 1 because he's not up at full, and you have not had time to rest to get that up, and you have 1 action remaining.
Is it an action to do medicine?
Yes,
Battle medicine, rather.
you can battle medic for 1 action.
No, she's gonna pick him up. So because she's already got hands on him, would picking him up count as an action?
Yes.
Okay, rather than picking him up, she's gonna put herself over him. How am I attached to a fairy that doesn't exist, you guys? What Taffy would do in this circumstance is she would put herself before Wimble. She would use her body to shield him. So she's got him tucked up under her in such a way that she's like not crushing him, but so that if anybody comes to attack her or Wimble, she's the first thing that would take damage.
Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and I will roll this out. We're going to do 1d6 rounds before everyone rolls perception into initiative. So we do know that the Drake will be there in 2 rounds. So he'll be in there and he'll have about an action to be within 2. So I'm going to take the d6. We're going to go ahead and roll it out.
Nice.
How many rounds is that, Kaz?
6d6. Is that what you put?
6 rounds.
Yeah.
So 1d6 in rounds.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all are going to have 6 rounds
Oh.
to address this before they come in. So y'all have about 30 seconds.
Okay.
So, what would y'all like to do between there? And we'll
Wait,
go ahead and take it kind of
these
round by
guys?
round. Yes.
Okay, so all of us saw this happen.
Correct.
Mhm.
And so y'all are now in. So as soon as Taffy and Wimble are falling, Caslin's Drake just takes off towards them immediately.
I would also like to add as a free action, Taffy is crying and saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, just under her breath.
So while Taffy is going through this aspect, what would y'all like to do?
Quick question for Taffy. What are your hit points at the moment?
You don't know that.
You
So
don't
quick
know
question doesn't
where I'm
matter.
at, you don't know, yeah.
So
Okay.
you know, y'all have 30 seconds. What do y'all want to do?
But 2.
So we know what's going on with Caslin's Drake for the next 2.
Okay, well, we saw them fall. Stano's gonna move over there.
I want to use perception to see if I can see how many people there are. Judging from the noise and the bow and all that kind of stuff.
All right, go ahead and give me a perception. It's going to be a pretty high DC at this distance.
30.
That's actually what you needed. From what you can tell, you saw 3 arrows go up, so you know of at least 3 armed individuals, and you're pretty sure that was from the delay that's there. There's at least 4, if not more, and so you're pretty sure there's 6 or more total combined with all the tracks that you've been following. So you're now assuming that there could be upwards towards 8 combatants, but you know probably at least 4 from where you're presently at.
Actually, no, I'm thinking of that cape from the other game. So no, I don't have him.
Oh,
So
I just deleted those. Shit.
for y'all to move up all of the way. So Stano and Alec are at 20 feet an action. And so y'all are a football's field away.
So that-
300 yards. So you're 3 football fields away to get through there. And that's kind of taking like the net amount that you'd end up having to travel.
Mhm.
So, 300 yards. And a yard is, of course, 3 feet.
Oh, I thought you said 300 feet earlier.
No, 300
Okay,
yards.
so he's not going to be there in 3 actions. Or in two rounds.
So, but he'll definitely be there sooner. So you'd be looking at almost 15 rounds to get there
To me?
because they're in armor.
Wait, the enemies or the allies?
Well, if you're 300 yards away, right?
Uh-huh.
That means you're 900 feet. So at 900 feet, you would, if you traverse at 20 feet a second or 20 feet in action, right? So that would be 45 actions to get up there, divided by 3, since you get 3 actions around.
Right.
So you'd be looking at 15 rounds to get up there. So
Do I get any of those 6 rounds?
you do get those rounds. So, Taffy, that means since it's going to take the party longer than 6 rounds to get there, you have 6 rounds to figure out what you've got going. So, you're at the start of that round.
Give me a sec. I got to do some stuff.
We just got real mathy real quick, and I was not prepared for that.
Okay.
So Stano still has that Onyx dog.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do with the Onyx dog?
She's going to summon it. It then gains the minion trait, and she can basically order it to do things.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to summon it and have it run towards Taffy to protect.
Okay.
It has a speed of 40 feet, and then a jaw
Ooh.
attack.
That sucker is fast.
It is. It's a dog.
How long does it last for?
It's like a day or like 5 hours?
6 hours.
6 hours?
Excellent. So, in the first round that happens, you want to have that sucker go out and to defend Taffy.
Yes. No, it only has 8 HP. Although it's a minion, so does it...
So it gets 2 actions around.
Okay.
as a minion. So that means it would use both of its actions to move.
Mm-hmm.
And so it will get there in 10 rounds, so it's going to get there 30 seconds faster than you will.
I mean, that's 30 seconds.
Yep. And so we'll say it gets there in 10 rounds.
You said that the 900 feet
Yep.
is what it would take to get to actually traverse that on the ground.
Correct.
Are we next to our horses?
What about flight?
Flight, direct beeline would be significantly faster.
I would imagine you guys wouldn't know.
Okay, I'm trying to just to figure out how long it'll take Dago to get there.
So
Are they still mounted? Because we were on horseback when we came.
they can be, yeah.
How quick would that
This
make
is
us?
complicated.
This is very complicated. Okay, let's make this simpler. So Taffy is currently crying in the middle of the forest.
Yes.
We know where Taffy fell.
Yes.
We know Dago is immediately flying.
Yes.
So we know Stano had to be on the ground because she set out the Onyx dog, and you have to put the Onyx dog on the ground to do so.
Yes.
So Stano, I'm assuming, is standing next to her horse. She is going to throw herself onto her horse. Do I need to roll for that?
That would be...
A ride check? Oh wait, they don't have that anymore.
It's in nature, I think. Society, I guess.
I believe it's technically a handle animal.
Which is nature.
Yes. So nature me on that one.
That is a 24.
So you are up, and it's not going to cost you any of your actions.
She is going. So the dog is going, and now she is going on the horse.
Okay. So let's go ahead and simplify our math a little bit. The speed of the horse is 30 or 40?
You know what? Let me find that out real quick. Give me 12 seconds. It's a riding horse, right?
Yes.
Speed is 40 feet. So she is at the same speed as the dog.
The
right.
dog's actually slower because he only has 2 actions.
That is true.
So
dang.
we'll say it takes 10 rounds on foot to get there.
Okay.
And that'll be the length of time it takes for all of y'all to catch up. Now, the Drake will go ahead and say that they get there in half the speed because they're able to fly directly.
Mm-hmm.
So your Drake will have 1 action there with Taffy, since it's going to take 6 rounds before the others come into that. So, Taffy, you have 6 rounds to prepare. So, for your first round, what do you want to do?
Okay. So I've used heal. Wimble is healed. I'm going to treat wounds. That takes away the wounded status, right? No, never mind. No, I'm not gonna worry about that. So I'm gonna take an action to pick up Wimble.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look around. I imagine a gnome, tear-streaked, dirty, bloody, battered, looking around in panic for shrubbery, bushes, something to hide in.
All right. So you're going to try to hide?
Well, she's gonna look at them and think to hide, but honestly, at this point, she's going to let the flight aspect of things run it or kick in, and she is going to start heading as quietly as possible in the direction of the party.
All right. Go ahead and give me a stealth.
And she's gonna use both actions to do that. That is a 19.
Excellent. So, in that 1 round, you're going to take another round off of the party being able to reach to you because you're moving towards them. And you are trying to move at half your speed towards there. So now, you have 5 actions left. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna continue to stealth each round, I guess. So 5, you said?
Okay, and so that's going to make it a lot faster for y'all to intersect and meet up with Taffy.
Okay.
We're taking your stealth as the 19.
The whole way, because I just got some nat 20s.
You just wasted some nat 20s.
Is everybody else on horseback too?
Yes.
I draw attention to something that the horse has a 2-action ability called Gallop, where it adds another 10-foot bonus to its speed. So the horse is now at 50 foot. Now at 50.
So that means that when y'all see Wimble drop from the sky, the Drake takes off. Stano summons her Onyx Hound and quickly remounts, and y'all begin taking off at full speed.
That would get, in 6 rounds, that does get us the full 900 feet, so it's just negative whatever Taffy does.
Exactly. So that means that y'all come across, y'all see Taffy
After about
just
3.
practically
Her hair
just
is
battered.
red from the scratches and the blood that's come from the scalp scratches and just filthy.
Is there a way
She
for-
just keeps moving past you guys. She doesn't even look. She
Hang on.
just
Is there a way for Stano to reach down and grab her? To basically throw her in front.
Acrobatics.
Well, athletics that.
I'll take an athletics.
Because we meet each other at round 3,
Yep.
going towards each other.
What you got?
A 30. That's
So-
a natural 20.
So Taffy is just trying to like stealth along. You've got Wimble huddled up into you. You hear the galloping of horses, the cavalry coming to get you, and as you're wanting to move past to let the party go ahead, you just feel yourself pulled up by the back of your dress, and
Placed in front of Stano.
and as you're lifted up to ride front saddle in front of Stano, you're suddenly very glad of the craftsmanship of the dress you have here, because anything less well crafted probably would have ripped from it. And you find yourself now on a horse with Stano's arms around you. What's your plan, guys? Y'all may have another couple rounds before we end up going into combat mode.
What if
I want to use Soothe on Taffy immediately.
Okay, doke. So, as the horses draw up, go ahead and give me the 1d10.
Can I ask
What level of soothe are you using?
so wait, did I
Level
use
2, so
all of my
that's
rounds to get them?
2d10 plus 8.
since they could get to me in 6?
So because y'all were moving towards each other, you probably have about 2 more rounds before we would go into combat rounds.
10,
what if we
16.
took a sharp turn and went towards the
24.
fort, bypassing the
So
guys
Kathy
who were
gained
going
20
to go
hit points?
investigate?
Yes.
So all those guys are currently heading in a way where we're not going. So if we go to the fort now, and
We can get a jump on
we
them?
can get a jump on whoever's there, and then they will eventually come back. But at least it's not as fortified right now.
What's the bookstore bitch's name?
Boz.
Boz, right? Boz.
Taffy with the most serious, dead-eyed look in her that you've ever seen. Looks at you over her shoulder and says, "Boz is there." And it's like she might have taken damage from the fall or whatever, but her voice is low and cold, and it's not the Taffy you know.
Similarly, in a way that you don't know Stano, in a very sisterly way, she's going to nod very brusquely, but she's going to pat your head a little bit.
Ow.
Not like rough, like
Well, but she's like scratched up
very
and-
gently, and just kind of tuck you a little bit closer to her. And just be like, okay,
After she tells you this, she like is leaning in and whispering still to Wimble. I'm sure Wimble's awake at this point, but he's just tear-soaked and dirty and battered too, and she just keeps crying and muttering to him.
and almost
You
a
haven't removed
distract.
the arrow from his wing yet.
She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how.
Don't look at me.
Not right now,
That's-
anyway.
that's-
Like, her mind is not in that spot.
In an almost a distracted way, what Stano's gonna say at this point is, "Tuck close, mouse. Let's go."
So y'all want to kind of run perpendicular, gallop around the horses, and try to go around to try to flank the situation then, right?
Yes.
Okay. And let's see how...
So mad.
And Stano's gonna
I was
use
so-
her. I guess this is an action to command the dog to basically follow along
I
with.
thought it was so clever how I was going about it.
It was.
It was, but
You can't
You
help when I
should've-
roll natural 20s.
The
and
dice
they
had
get,
other
like,
ideas.
30.
Also, you should have told us what your plan was, and we would have come up with a way to kind of prevent this.
That's not Taffy would have done. You know that's not what Taffy would have done.
That's called character growth. Character development.
After dying 3 times, you would think
5 times.
5 times.
I count it 5 times. You've died 5 times.
Almost 6.
5 times. You have died 5 times. You have almost been eaten. You have been
I think
eaten
this will
once.
actually,
You have almost been eaten another time.
out of, like, not to sidetrack too much, but, like, I think this will be the actual holy shit, we're mortal moment for her. Like, yes, getting eaten and stuff was traumatizing, but almost losing Wimble, who has literally been, like, a part of her life, her almost entire life, for
How
however
old
long
is
that's
Taffy?
unknown. Even Taffy doesn't know. She stopped counting.
Okay,
The
so
better
what
way
did
to
she
ask that
stop
is how old
talking?
does Taffy think she is?
Oh, Taffy thinks she's around 20-ish, 23, maybe 25, but she can't account for some time. Like, the time that's passed in Galarion versus the time that she feels she's been alive.
What's the last
Don't
historical
match.
event that Taffy remembers?
The earliest?
Is it Eridan? Does she remember Eridan being
It's-
alive?
It's not Eridan, but
Is it Iomade hitting the Starstone? Oh my god, it's Iomade hitting the Starstone, isn't it? Oh my god.
How long ago was that?
So we're going to go ahead and pause here. All right, so back from pause. We'll talk more about what happened with Iomade at an interesting point in the future. I know that there's been some...
There's Iomade information, there's Eridan information, and I'm excited about that.
But what I want to know is y'all have gone galloping off tangential, and y'all want to flank around the opponents. So y'all know that there is this fortification camp that is now probably a good, we'll say, 100 feet away as the dragon flies.
Or doesn't?
wow.
And
Wow.
and you know that even with as close as y'all are, y'all can hear that there are individuals coming through the brush from Kazalin's 30. You're pretty sure there's probably 3 people approaching. How
We
do
can
you
handle them?
Let's just do it.
So do y'all want to try to approach around from the side, or do y'all want to go ahead and try to take these 3 on immediately?
If we take him on immediately, we should, like, try to hide a little bit so we get the jump
What
on
I'm
him.
thinking is this. Taffy 1 stays on Stano's horse.
Taffy's already setting up based on the sounds. And
But-
you can hear her muttering.
Demos and Bread should go into the brush on either side and leave Alec and Stano basically right there where they're coming. If they stay on their horses, then like they'll have to take like an action to get off their horses and pull their swords. But horses have a form of attack. Like it's not hard to get a horse to stomp at an orc.
But they're not battle trained.
It doesn't matter.
Just riding horses.
They're just riding horses. They can still do it. Like they've still. I've actually got this up. Give me a second. I was looking at it, and it actually does a pretty good amount of damage. That's not the thing I wanted to do. The thing. There it goes. It's a hoof attack. Basically, it stomps at them, it kicks them in the face, and it does 1d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage.
Stomp to the face.
Like, Stano's trained with horses. Like, she comes from noble family, she comes from dogs, she's got horses. She also has the dog right there. It wouldn't be too hard for basically Alec and Stano to make the front attack with horses and the dog, and then while they're getting off their horses and everything, Deimos and Bread then attack. And Taffy attack with a spell from Stano's horse. From Stano's horse.
Wait, so Taffy's gonna stay mounted while
Yes.
spellcasting.
Yes.
safer up there.
On a full-size person horse.
That's going to be attacking orcs.
No, Stano's going to use the horse to attack. Then she's going to get off the horse, and she's going to leave Stano on the horse, and then she's going to go in and attack. So technically, Taffy at that point would have a higher vantage point and be able to see over everybody's head.
So
It's kind of like being carried while spellcasting.
Okay.
So the plan is for Alec and Stano with an injured 2 hit point Taffy.
No, I'm not 2 hit point. I'm at 26 now.
So just above halfway hit point Taffy.
Uh-huh.
On a horse.
Uh-huh.
To grab the initial attention while Kazlin and Deimos are going to be hidden from the sides, right?
Are they muttering this plan to each
so
other
that they can
as
like
we're,
sneak attack it?
Moving?
Well, sneak attack's a rogue thing, but like, you know.
So that they can surprise.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all can pull this off in a couple rounds.
Okay.
So, and y'all want to kind of grab the attention of these 3 and then ambush them, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I think we can run through and see how that's going to go for these individuals. So, Demos, I need you to give me a stealth. And Kazlin, I need you to also give me a stealth.
Also need to roll initiative.
And then everyone else give me perception.
Oh.
Ooh, button coming in. Very nice.
24. Hold on. 25.
I've lost my
I accidentally
form.
kicked the cat.
28. I naturally 20'd that.
I naturally 20 and I got a 27.
24,
Ah!
24 here.
High five. Yeah. Wait. Are you not an expert in perception?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Taffy can ride a horse, right?
I also have a question about.
Good question. I don't
Oh,
know.
man.
No. She's got nature.
Question is...
Flyby attack.
Yep.
Okay, so that is just the bird. It says the bird flies and makes a talon strike at any point along the way. So if there are, how does that? It flies to my speed, and anything that I find in that way, he talon strikes.
At a decreasing multiple attack penalty.
Does Dago have a breath attack?
Not yet. What? He has to get up to ferocious, or actually no, he has to probably get to mature before that happens. So, Stano, you see that there are 3 half-orcs coming in through the brush, and they have not yet spotted you. So, you see that they are about 2 actions of movement away on foot, 1 action away on horse if you so desire to move in.
No, she's gonna let him come to her.
Okay, so do you want to hold, or do you want to
I have a question.
prepare reaction? Question.
During the ride, can Taffy have grabbed a few things, or like a thing out of her pouch in a round prior, since she's just sitting here?
So you're wanting to retrieve something from the bag?
Yeah.
What do you want to have retrieved from your
A
bag?
handful of the sling bullets that she and Demos split.
So those are reload 0, so you can just grab those if necessary.
Cool.
All right, so that is going to, and we're holding, right, for Stano?
Yeah.
Okay. Taffy, do you want to hold, or do you want to try to do something? The attackers are about 60 feet or so away for range.
Okay. Oh, 60 feet away?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. I'll hold.
Okay. Demos, are you going to hold as well?
Yes.
Brad, are you going to hold as well?
How far are they?
About 60 feet away.
Oh, hold on. I actually want to... No, never mind. Ignore me.
Stick to the plan, Brad. Stick to the plan, Brad.
Well, I mean, the plan.
Rise to the occasion, Brad. Stick to the
Okay,
plan.
well, the plan is the plan that humans follow. Can't say the same about Baby Dragon.
I mean, let Baby Dragon do what Baby Dragon does.
Okay, Baby Dragon.
Is that his name now, Baby Dragon?
No.
You know, they're actually not dragons. They're
drakes. Baby Drake, do 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 do. Baby Drake, do 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 do. Baby Drake, do do do.
Shay's face is priceless.
Baby Drake, do do.
That's a telekinetic projectile attack I just saw.
Okay. So
Okay.
his range, his speed is 60 feet. So he is going to fly at them and do
Sorry.
what's that called?
So he's going to flyby attack.
Yeah, flyby. Yeah,
Alrighty.
and talon strike at any point along the way.
So you will be able to get one of them unless, you can get a move. So do you want to have him try to hit all three? Do you want him to try to fly by and do two?
2.
Okay, no.
Okay.
So you have two of the half-orcs in the way. So within your actions, you'll be able to get a strike on two of them flying by.
Okay.
So talon across.
Watch your
Yes.
buttons.
I'm watching.
So many buttons. This is my 5th button today.
Yeah, but you haven't gotten any from Deimos, now have you?
I know.
One.
We've
Just a
only
minute ago.
gotten one, and Deimos is, I think, almost at 8 remaining.
Okay.
No, 5.
5 remaining. We'll have to quick and leave
Stato
it
has
more.
6.
Okay, that's better.
Excellent.
28 to hit the first one.
So 28 for the first one, criticals.
Oh, good.
Oh!
That means that their AC is manageable.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna do the roll for the second attack, and I'll do the damage after. -4, it's an agile attack, so 14 plus 9, 23.
23 hits.
Does not critical.
So that means their AC is somewhere between 13 and 18.
1d4 plus 2, so 2d4
Well,
plus...
we know for a fact it's between 14 and 18, or else 23 would have criticaled.
Yes.
Stop meowing.
So 10 damage on the crit.
And then how much do you have on your second one?
6.
So as you see the Drake just begin zooming by, his talons catch right across the face of one, just ripping up across its nose, flinging the half-orc's head back, and then the tail whips at the other one as it flies by at this rapid speed, and all three of them immediately catch, and their attention goes right at the Drake, and who is with his 80% of, or 80 of the speed, so it's about 20 feet behind him. So all three of them immediately focus on the Drake during their part of the turn, and they each hunt the Drake as their target. They then shot at the Drake.
God damn it.
And so
Do they
they're
have a
go-
reaction?
It's their turn now.
No, it's not. That was 2.
Yeah, so your animal companion gets 2 actions.
Oh. Well, damn. Damn,
So-
Jackie.
Actually, you know you are correct, Brad, because that requires one of your actions. So you have 2 actions left for your round. Unless you want to hold.
Can Stato yell as a free action?
Can Taffy telekinetic sniper shot all 3 of them? Because she's
Not her
pretty
turn.
sure they're the 3 that hurt her Wimble.
So the monsters... Well, Brad has to complete his turn, which is correct, before I decide that I'm about to almost murder another animal companion today. So Brad has 2 actions remaining. I don't want to take all of Brad's turn away from him.
Okay. I'm going to designate the leader as... Wait, hang on. Oh yeah, there it is. Need to check something before... Okay. Designate the first, or the leader of the pack as my hunted prey. And then quick shot with my bow.
All right. Sounds like a good plan. So that you quick draw and you let the arrow fly.
Mm-mm.
Do you want to give it to
Yes.
me, Brad?
No!
Excellent. This is your last button, right? Excellent.
Not much better. 7.
That is 6 buttons today. It is a good haul. Though it's a little undistributed.
17.
17.
No, wait. 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
Oh, right, because 28
It's
critical.
18. 18 is it's their AC.
Correct. 18 is these ones' AC.
Wait, 1.
Just pop.
Yeah.
So you pop up and you shoot another arrow, and it looks like it gets into part of the greave, and you look like you've grazed off that one a bit. Does anyone else want to take an action before their turn?
Telekinetic projectile.
So Taffy.
Come at us, you cowards.
So Taffy's going next.
Wait. Does Stano know they're half-orcs?
Yes, you can see that they're half orcs.
Come at us, you green-skinned cowards.
Wait, I still can't telekinetic projectile because it's range of 30 feet. Fuck. Never mind. Wait. Let me. Magic missile.
Okay.
At the one that's most hurt.
So the lead at this one, the one that's got this fresh dragging
second
scar
level.
across his face, and an arrow sticking out of his armor.
Can I do that?
What level do you have it prepared? If it's
level
just your
1.
first level spell, then you do not automatically heighten. You have to prepare it heightened.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. God damn it. Okay. That's fine. 3's enough. Or 3's good. Could have been better. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 to that guy.
So how do you want to do this, Taffy?
Right through the eye.
Damn.
So Taffy extends her hand forward, and then you see 3 unerring bolts
Actually-
of force.
This is going to sound really fucked up, but one in each, or one in one eye, one through the back or the mouth, and one through the other eye, so she can see and look in his eye as he dies.
And you just see these
I said it's going to sound fucked up.
green bolts of force lance out from her hand. And then all that you see from the recipient of this is that gash now you can see clear through the skull in 3 spaces before he just falls back dead.
You fucked with the wrong fairy.
Stano, Damos, do you want to take an action?
Yes.
Yes, Stano's going to ride up and...
We did have higher initiatives.
Stano's going to ride up and basically hit... She's going to use her horse to attack the...
Oh, I'm glad you did
Whatever.
that after Taffy cast, because otherwise that could have been problematic. Although they would have hit anyway, because they're magic.
All right, so you are 2 actions on foot away, so you need to give me a handle animal to command the horse.
It's nature, right?
Yep.
19.
So you will be able to use 1 action with 1 action to drive the horse. The horse moving at 40 is able to close the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead and roll the d20 for the horse's attack.
That is a 20... Oh, that's a 28.
So
The horse just critical the orc.
So
Half
that's-
orc.
So Stano brings the horse over, and the horse turns the horse around, and then back kicks this rear hind kick into one of the other standing orcs. The one who's damaged or not damaged.
One who's damaged.
And go ahead and roll the damage. That is going to be what, 2d6 plus 8?
Yeah. That's 19 damage.
And puts a hoof through the throat of the other orc.
Oh, excellent.
Quit horsing around, Brad.
Even Bread is amazed by this level of equestrian control.
Taffy's just sitting, petting the horse's neck. Good pony.
And then you now have 2 more actions as you turn the horse around to then face the final one.
The guard dog takes its move on my. It takes its actions on my turn.
So you need to. This one you don't have to control animal, but you can direct another minion with another action. So
Yeah, I'm gonna direct him to use a jaw attack.
So the minion moves up and then takes the jaw strike. Roll for the jaw strike.
Where does it go? That is 18.
18 hits.
Hang on.
What did you get with your jaw strike?
Well, hang on. First of all, that's 2. But I have to ask a DM question.
Okay.
It has a pack attack ability.
Uh-huh.
So if it's within reach of one of its allies, it deals another d4 damage.
That would apply in this case.
Wonderful. Let me find a d4. I don't really use these in these games. So that is 5 damage from the dog.
That's
So
it.
I mean, it's a 1d4.
I know, but still, it's funny.
And then Stano's still got another action.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Stano's got 1 action, so the dog comes up and begins harrying the... Not quite clamped on, but it kind of runs up and it, like, bull rushes in and nabs the side of the... Probably the leg in this case. Do you want to lash out with a standard strike?
Yeah. Or can she just have the horse kick that one too? That's a 1 action.
So you want to use your 3rd action to direct your minions one more time? Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Give me another handle animal.
Yeah. Not that one. Not you. Oh, come back. I'll take it. That is a 22.
And did you take the -5 for its 2nd attack?
No, is it this? It's minus. You told me handle animal to make sure I can direct it.
Right, but it's going to be the 2nd strike of the horse.
I guess
And
it's
this
not
is the
agile,
hit.
is it?
Right.
So 17.
17 misses.
Damn. Even though it's technically flanked by me and the dog?
He didn't say you moved it into flank.
Ah, fuck. Okay, fair point.
So he's just able to dodge just out the side as you try to direct another 2 hoofs from the horse with another backward strike. Demos.
Okay, I'm going to do 2 things. First one, I'm using Inspire Defense, which is all of allies get +1 status bonus to AC and saving throws. So your AC goes up by 1.
Boom, 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 boom.
And then I'm going to use Spiritual Weapon. And so I'm going to summon that, which is the Trident, and aim it on...
Channeling.
There's not one left that doesn't have damage, right?
There's only one left.
There's only one
okay.
left.
There's only one more
Stano killed the other one.
Well, I'm going
And
to...
Taffy murdered the other one.
Oh, we can't high five anymore.
Nope.
But he's going to use...
Air high five.
I'm going to attack with that. Hold on.
You usually
25.
make friends with sentient creatures.
25 to hit.
25 hits?
Yeah, typically Taffy's pretty open to making friends, but
I don't think that's happening right now.
nope.
No.
Oh,
Not at all.
shoot,
Unless
I
she
needed to-
makes friends. She did
That's
see
not-
a ritual.
Taffy, no.
Nah.
15 damage.
Damn.
Nice.
So and this is a trident, right?
Yes.
So
Right
your
through the
trident comes down, materializes next to this orc who's got his short bow up. He was just trying to train it on a dragon. He just got partially nabbed by a dog. He just dodges out of the way of 2 hooves coming from his going for his face. He just watched one of his friends get slashed and then obliterated by this spell. Then the horse that he just dodged also took out his other buddy with a pair of hooves to the face. and he just isn't able to dodge this trident that materializes out of thin air right behind him and just jabs right through his chest. And you see the look in his eye of surprise because he knew that there wasn't anyone there, but he can't deny the energy that is pulsing through his body as he sees and feels the rip of the trident out as it resets itself to strike. And you just see this look of confusion on his face as y'all wheel around and he looks up and he looks directly at Taffy's eyes.
Shouldn't have shot Wimble.
Oh. Falls down dead.
Oh, okay.
And that
Right.
does technically last 10 rounds if anyone else comes up.
Wait, did we just completely obliterate these 3 half-orcs?
I think we did.
Are these the half-orcs
Damn.
at the end of that episode?
And we'll carry on with the combat next time.
Damn, we just completely fucking obliterated those guys. We're going to record, like, background stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah.